Hi, I'm Sachi Kara. Welcome to the second video for chapter number 1, Managerial Accounting. In this video, we will review learning objective number 2, identify the 3 broad functions of management and the role of management accountants in an organizational structure. So let's get started. Management functions. Management's activities and responsibilities can be classified into the following 3 broad functions: planning, directing, and controlling. Let's look at each of these 3 management functions in detail. Starting with planning. Planning is future-oriented. Planning requires management to look ahead and to establish objectives. These objectives are often diverse: maximizing short-term profits and market share, maintaining a commitment to environmental protection, and contributing to social programs. For example, Hewlett-Packard, in an attempt to gain a stronger foothold in the computer industry, greatly reduced its prices to compete with Dell. This brings us to the second management function of directing. Directing involves coordinating a company's diverse activities and human resources to produce a smoothly running operation. This includes implementing planned objectives and providing necessary incentives to motivate employees. For example, manufacturers such as General Motors of Canada and Magna International, they must coordinate their purchasing, manufacturing, warehousing, and selling, while service corporations such as Air Canada, Rogers, TELUS must coordinate their scheduling, sales, service, and acquisition of equipment. The third management function is controlling, which is the process of keeping the company's activities on track. In controlling operations, managers determine whether planned goals are being achieved. When there are deviations from target objectives, managers must decide what changes are needed to get back on track. Ever wondered, how do managers achieve control? Well, in most organizations, they typically use a formal system of evaluation to achieve control. Decision-making is not a separate management function. Rather, it is the outcome of exercise of good judgment in the 3 management functions that we just covered, namely planning, directing, and controlling. Organizational structure. In order to assist in carrying out management functions, most companies prepare organization charts. These charts show the interrelationships of activities and the delegation of authority and responsibility within the company. This slide provides an illustration of a typical organizational chart showing the delegation of responsibility. On the very top are shareholders. Shareholders, they own the corporation, but they do not manage it directly. In fact, they manage the company indirectly through board of directors, which these shareholders elect. The board formulates the operating policies for the company or organization. The board also selects officers such as presidents and 1 or more vice presidents to execute policy and perform daily management function. The Chief Executive Officer, or CEO, has the overall responsibility for managing the business in order to accomplish organization's objectives. The CEO delegates responsibility to other officers. Each member of the organization has a clearly defined role to play. The Chief Financial Officer, or CFO, is responsible for all of the accounting and finance issues the company faces. The CFO is supported by the controller and the treasurer. So now is the time to test your newly acquired knowledge by reviewing. Let's review number 2. The officer responsible for all of the accounting and finance issues a company faces is the CEO or Chief Executive Officer. Option number B, CFO or Chief Financial Officer. Option C, Controller, and option D, Treasurer. Let's find out the correct solution. And the correct answer is option B, Chief Financial Officer. If you picked this option, good job, everyone. And this brings us to the end of the topic for learning objective number 2 for chapter number 1.